technology screen. Doing some setting up right now. And some talk. So, I've had about 27, 28 of my customers and some other people I know, different forum sites and stuff like that, wanted to know what was going on with a fellow by the name of Fernando Gonzalez order. And I said, man, that was the most craziest thing I've ever seen. I've been in business for a long time, and I've never seen that crazy. I've never seen a customer that crazy. But anyway, we know what we're doing. But anyway, dealing with, I knew it wasn't going to be a smooth transaction. I knew there was going to be problems. I'm doing a setup because I want to put a 180-inch screen down here. I liked how that screen looked outside, and now I want one in here. I'm going to do one for myself. But anyway, it's supposed to be a very easy transition. Now, all my other customers, no complaints, no problems. We kept everybody up to date as we usually always do with our videos. We even have processing videos to show you us processing your orders, everything. If our containers are late, we let you know. If we have to order new ink, we let you know. So he was well informed on everything. This is the information we sent over to PayPal's legal department, showing them that we did inform them. There were videos that were shooting up. Now, for some people saying, well, how come we don't send out, well, we don't do emails one by one because it's a lot of emails we have to push out. So we do one video, we do the updates. Anyone who subscribes to us, we get those bulletins, we'll let you know. And by the way, Crow is not blocked from our channel. Crow is actually one of our top subscribers. I actually showed you in the video that he actually has access to our page. We don't block him. All right, so I don't know if I'm blocking him, but he's not blocked from me. So now if he tries to use that one, no, Crow has access to our page. So it was supposed to be an easy transaction. So it's nothing new because the first time we went through this with the 38 Black Widow, where he calls my house to make it sound like he's going to place an order. And we all know what happened to that. He never placed the order. So the order was never placed. So he just he likes to do stuff to show off, to show people that he's doing these things, but he has no intention of ever completing them. So this is just a show. This is pretty much all just a show. So this is why when the first time we saw the first complaint, I was like, it was a weird complaint. Because usually if we get a complaint and it's for an order, usually we get well, most people, merchants will get the not as subscribed, which we have the batch number, covers that right there. Or we get the have not received. If the items get delayed, maybe a customer may become impatient, even though we're giving update videos, you may get one of those. So we didn't get any complaints or any of those from any of the customers at all, period, from just one person. But it wasn't a have not received complaint. That's why the complaint was so odd. It was a complaint where he claimed that we offered to give him back his money. That's what came up really strange. So I looked at that and I said, no, we actually never made that claim at all. As a matter of fact, we've been putting up update bulletin videos, which we showed him of us talking about this. I even did a video explaining to him how things work on our end so that he would get an understanding how it works way before we did the updates. We sent him a video. I have it right there. You can check it out. Explaining to him how things work. So he had all the information, everything he needed. But the thing you have to understand about Jamie is Jamie talks a lot of trash. He does. I've known Jamie for about 6 years. He talks a whole lot of trash. And he has the habit of not being able to back it up. Name one challenge Jamie has ever completed we've ever given him. Actually, can't say that. He actually he faked one of them, which he never did ever again. Usually, if I'm put up against a challenge, I'll do the same thing over and over. Sometimes I'll add stuff to the challenge because I get bored, but I'll do something over and over again. But he did the tablecloth, but he cheated on that one. He did a lot of red lights around it, and that discolored the image. But he never did it again. And the reason why he never did it again, because if you can squeak past something and make it by the skin of your teeth, why try it again? You might not make it the next time. So that's why he never did that demonstration ever again, even though we requested him to do it without the red lights in the environment. The Network Gray 773, he did attempt to do that one. That was a challenge we did give him. You saw the outcome of that one. It was very bad. So that didn't go so well. So he's not going to repeat that ever again. Trust me. Just the reason why he can't do the test against the 2.0, because the 2.0 had the 773 littered out through all the tests. And he can't afford to do that because that would basically hurt him even more than what he already is going through. But as we can see by the complaints he was putting in, he was trying to get out of the order as fast as possible. Hit me with a bombard of curse words and trying to get me angry so that way I can cancel his order. So at least he can have the cancel order on us by saying, hey, look, he got mad, couldn't handle it, he canceled the order. Buddy, again, I don't allow my personal feelings to get involved in business, and I don't. That's why when you were sending me all the curse words, the first thing I said, he's trying to get out of the order. That's the first thing that popped up in my head. You're trying to get me angry, get me upset, so I can go in and basically cancel your order. And you tried very hard, but I'm like, I'm in business, man, at the end of the day. It's business. I've seen this type of behavior before with people trying to get out of contracts and trying to do contract breaches and everything. I've seen this before, so it's nothing new. We just delete your stuff, go about our business. We're going to ship out your order. I made a promise. I plan to keep that promise, and I plan to have this item show up at your front door. Now, when we saw the complaint come through as in the agreement, no, we never made that agreement to begin with. That's the first indication that he was trying to back out of the order. Show that he did place the order, like I'm not afraid to place the order, but also in a way try to get the money back to get out of this situation before the product ever reaches destination. And that's what everybody else started seeing. And then it was what was the other one? We sent over the tracking number, sent the tracking number to PayPal, they have it. Contacted PayPal, we first saw the initial complaint. PayPal said, oh, don't worry about it. You have 10 days to issue a tracking number, and then we'll go from there. Issue the tracking number to PayPal, issue the tracking number to Crow. We have a copy of it for ourselves on record, so it's done. Tracking number is already there. Tracking number has a date on it. It's dated for the 25th. The reason why we date them 4 days in advance, just in case we have any complications with the post office, we can make sure we have enough leisure time to make sure that the label gets out on time. We don't mark them for that day because say if we have a mix-up, post office man doesn't come up, or we have a bad guy on that route who doesn't want to pick up at all, we've had that happen quite a few times, we are covered. I learned from my lessons in business. That's how you become smarter in business, by learning by things that may happen from post office workers just not wanting to pick things up at the end of the day. And that's what we go through sometimes. All right, so they're marked a couple of days in advance, but they never ship out on that date. Thank God I've been able to have some good friends with the Postal Service and good friends with managers over there. I can contact the head office and say, hey, look, we got packages to pick up today. The guy's notified, he'll come down and pick up, and we're good. But that wasn't like that when I started off. When I started off, we had some very nasty workers, and they weren't picking up jack. It was causing me a lot of headache. So I would end up paying for packages twice because they wouldn't pick up items. I go through a lot of heck shipping out packages, but now everything has worked out quite nicely. But anyway, so that's why we have it set up like that. But they never ship out on that date anyway. We always ship them out a little earlier. But that's just to ensure that we don't have to go through the process of canceling all these transactions, the shipping, and going back in, voiding the labels, and doing it all over again. And minus is they don't give you the money back right away. You don't cancel a $70 ship out ticket ship out order, or basically delivery, and get it right back in your account. Oh, heck no. You got to wait like 21 days. So you have to take an additional $70 out of your pocket to ship something out that you've already shipped out already. Yeah, that's what I went through when the Postal Service wasn't picking up my stuff. So stuff would get delayed. I tried to explain to customers what was going on my end. Some of the customers were a little bit upset, and they would basically file a have not received, not knowing the situation I was going through. I explained to them what we're going through. But at the end of the day, guess what? Their package went out. And those particular ones, as we explained to them crystal clear what was going on, and it felt the need that it wasn't good enough. Well, I said, well, if it's not good enough, then you don't purchase from us ever again. And every time we come up with something new, they're the one customers that pop and says, hey, I see you got something new over there. No, you have a lifetime ban on you. You can't buy from us. Yeah, because I don't want to go through that headache again. Why go through the headache again? We're done on that one. For those of you who are mad about that, hey, next time when someone sends you over updates and they tell you what's going on, don't curse them out. Don't get nasty with them and all that nonsense. That's not necessary. Like I said, I have the right to refuse business. I do. I don't have to deal with a nasty customer. I don't. You can go else. Oh, I forgot. You can't go else first. We're the only ones that make this stuff. But anyway. So, as I said before, he's trying to get out of it. And me trying to get out of it, he's trying every little thing he could think of. Usually, when you have people like, I've seen people like this. When we used to jump out of planes back in the day, I'm not going to go into the story of it all about how I met someone who actually jumped out of planes when I was playing roller hockey. Happened to be his father was an instructor for jumping out of planes. We're all sitting around late one night after playing a hockey game over at the Rat's Nest, and one of the guys was like, hey, you know what, I want to jump out of a plane. The guy was like, it's funny you would say that. That's what my father does. And that's how we ended up jumping out of a plane. Did I do it the first time? Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. I must have punked out about maybe 8 or 9 times before I jumped out of that unit. Yeah, it was freaky as on the what. Anyway, but it was cool. Interesting. And yes, I had a man on my back when I was going down. I was a beginner, very, very beginner. I'm not going to have people jumping out of airplanes who base at the end of the day without a man on their back. But anyway, I talked a whole lot of trash. A few times I talked a whole lot of trash, but then when it came time for the moment, it all changed. Now, the reason why I say that is because this is what Jamie has done. Jamie has talked a lot of trash, and when it comes down to the moment, he's backed out. And I have used just about every excuse you could possibly think of to say that the reason why I couldn't jump out of the plane. Oh, this came up or that came up and I had to take care of this and have to do this and this is very important and such and such and so. Any little thing. Now, a person who basically is going to move forward and they're going to jump out of a plane, they're going to do it regardless. They couldn't care less what comes up in that day. They're going out that plane regardless. It could be a sick cat, sick mother, whatever it could be at the end of the day, they're going out the plane. That's it. They got their mind set. They're pushed forward to do one thing and one thing only. They're going to finish the mission and be done with it. A person who's not ready is going to make up multiple excuses. Any little thing. Oh, that's it. We can't do it. We can't do it. Wait. So let me get this straight. Your mother's coming in and we have to pick up the airport even though it's like 5 hours into it. You pick her up, get plenty. But you got plenty of time. Oh, no, but I want to make sure I'm all right. I'm there on time, so I got to be up. I got to prep. I got to be ready for this. So they make tons of excuses just to get out of it. So that's what we're seeing and the process of what he's doing. They calling in for we agree to give him his money back because if he files a have not received complaint, what they're going to do is say, hey, look, we got to give him several days to ship the item to you, or we have to show a tracking number. That's something he can't get his money back. He can't cancel you or fast enough. But by saying an agreement means they will come to us and say, okay, did you agree so and so and so? Then we had to. They thought they would come in and say, okay, here's the money. We have to give it to him anyway because you agreed to it. The problem you have with that is the fact that you have to have proof that we agreed to it. It has to be something that says, hey, we agreed to so and so and so, blah, 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 blah. That's what it has to be. You can't just say it. It's like basically borrowing money from a friend on a verbal contract. It doesn't work in court. You actually have to have it in writing on a piece of paper saying, look, here's the signature. This is what he agreed to, such and so and so. There you go. It doesn't work that way. So I don't know how things work in his mind in the real world. I don't understand it, but apparently that's how it works. Where are the other speakers? Right here, they're over here. So with that being said, let's call them down and explain it to them. We never made the agreement. They go in and they deny it. It's still there. The hold's still there. but they can't release the hold, which I'm not worried about. They can't release the hold until the item has reached destination, which we agreed and promised. So he has a tracking number, he has everything he needs. All the other customers have their tracking numbers, everything they need. We're scheduling the pickup for today, as I said on Monday. I contacted last night because I know these people, I talk to them often. I actually know one of the head managers at the post office, which comes in really freaking handy for other things I want to ship out. Really handy. But I contacted her last night and I said, hey, look, sorry to bother you. I have a pickup for tomorrow's schedule. She said, no problem. I will alert the worker. Post office work on that route, which I'm really good friends with, cool dude. And he'll come by and pick up. So your package will be going out. We still have more going out today and the day after that. Those of you who ordered pre-coded screens, as we always keep you up to date, you'll be taken care of. Right now, we do pre-coded screens outside. We don't do them inside, and we got rain today. Tomorrow, weather's going to be much better. Screens should be here. We'll start your process. Now, because we had a delay in shipping, and we do have a delay policy on the website, on our shipping, we do have a delay because in COVID, we have a COVID policy on our site. It's right there. It explains that items may become sluggish. You might have issues where items might not come in and your orders may be delayed. It's right on our website, right there on our shipping policy. So it's right there. Now, interesting that this individual went into my account, I don't mind, and looked at my shipping policy. While you were in there, did you notice how big the shipping policy is in there? That's what you do not have on your site. So if a customer were to go through a delay, act of God, anything that would pop up, you have nothing there on your policy that basically protects you or protects the customer. It's not in there. Your policy pretty much is next to nothing. My policy alone on our shipping and handling is actually larger, actually 4 times larger than the policy that you have for the ship out for your containers, for your customers. Your specification sheet, if you're going to go into basic policies, your specification sheet is extremely light and very weak due to the fact that you have nothing in there at all explaining the product on how it really functions. And the reason why is because you don't test your products. Everything we have on a specification sheet comes from testing the product. This is why you don't see any form of test demonstrations on his website, because he doesn't test the product. As I sat there and said, he would have been able to breeze the Network Grade 773 easily if he had basically did the test against Network Grade 773. You're designing a gray screen paint. You have to understand at the end of the day, you're going to have to deal with other people who develop gray screen paints. You're going to have to deal with people who are going to say, well, you're not going to do the same thing with shelf paint. You're going to have to deal with that. And the fact that you didn't test your products on that level is kind of scary. Because then when you did test it and it did match, not only did you have to go through fidgeting and very nervous convulsion fits on your YouTube channel, but then even you got caught actually wiping the very same video that you used to back yourself, which makes it even worse. It's kind of like you pulled a Nixon. Those of you who are fans of Nixon, I'm sorry, but you know what happened at Watergate, so live with it. And people are like, how dare you? You know what happened at Watergate. Come on. The man freaking resigned. That tells you right there. Anyway, at least he owned up to it. This one didn't. But anyway, but we can clearly see by, I've been in business for a long time, how the complaints were filed and how any little thing he's trying to, like, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it, so and so and so, forget it. So, like, you've got some important date set up, like you got a bunch of, what do you call it, board of directors sitting in the room, like, here's the deal, we have to have that product in here at a certain date. If it's not here at a certain date, it's a no-go. We can't do it. The business deal is off. That's different. If you had a particular date and something set up, why didn't you notify that saying, hey, look, I got to have something done at a certain time, so and so and so, blah, 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 blah. If that was the case and you had something set up, we never received a notification. So if you were to go back to PayPal and say, look, I got a particular date, I had a scheduled date, we're saying, well, we didn't receive anything on a scheduled date. If I'm dealing with somebody and they have to have a screen out at a certain time, they will contact and say, look, we got a big event coming up. This is what's going to happen. We need it out at that particular time. we can let them know from the door, well, we don't know if we could do that or not. It's too short of a time. You should have contacted us earlier. We have it stated on the website and shipping policy that if you have something coming up, especially if it's a large order or something's going to take some time, we require so many days in advance. It's right on the site. So again, we have it there to protect ourselves, something you don't have on yours. So you didn't give us any kind of events or anything. You were just going to do a review for the sake of just doing a review. But like I said, anything you can use to get out of that situation, he is going to try to use it. So he sends us an email saying, after we sent him the tracking number, he knows it's on its way. Everybody got their tracking numbers. Everybody's good to go. He sends us back another email. In his email, he's requesting his money back. It took too long. It took too long. We explained to you and sent you a special video why and how we do shipping over here, crystal clear. That's it. You got everything you need, all the information, and you got the tracking number. Everything's there, ready to ship out. Now you request you don't want it. So this is how we're going to do it. I'm a man of my word, as I said. I'm going to ship it to your front door as I agreed. Actually, I did more than keep my word. I sat there and said we would have the items in on Saturday. I did an update on Friday. Items came in on Saturday. Did a batch number on Saturday, which I agreed, and I kept my word on that. I was supposed to have tracking numbers on Monday, but I gave tracking numbers out on Saturday. Even ran out of ink. Went in and paid. I think like almost $100. It was like $68 for the ink, and I paid an additional like 40 something almost dollars. I had it shipped in overnight, so I can have it at 4 o'clock in the morning, which I was up to do demonstrations on that night, and then on top of that to receive the ink, which I sent everybody tracking numbers. So I kept my word, and the day is Monday. As I said, they would be shipped out. Yes, I did. Now, I don't know how any more clearer I can get than that. But like I said, he does not want to do the review. He doesn't want to do it. He wants to act like he's going to do it, but he doesn't physically want to do it. So that's where that comes in, that people. I'm going to just grab it and jump over a fence with it. Probably snapping with it. So that's where all that comes in at. Any little excuse to get out of it. I've seen people do it in roller coasters all the time. I am a roller coaster junkie. I love doing roller coasters, and I watch people do it all the time. We all seen it. You go to the amusement park, main guy talking all the trash about how he's going to ride the roller coaster, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. I'm just in the middle pole. He wants to do all this, that, and the other. And when it comes up to facing the monster, they've got a million excuses to one on why they can't do it when they're faced with it. Seen it so many times, it's not even funny. How come we don't track up? Well, we just drop it over the side. We'll drop it over the side, because I want to run it in here, but I want to run the whole full screen. I want to do the whole full screen. Do we even have any previous hooks for the whole screen? Can we do the whole screen here? Oh, we don't have them in here. All right. It's a good thing yesterday that we did get a chance to go in and at least show the screen off outside. Some of it, because it's raining right now. So it's a good chance. I think I want to drape it over the side of this right here. And I want to show some more of the screen. I want to get more of it inside. But I don't have enough. I have a middle bar there that was supposed to extend the screen all the way out, but we don't have it. I don't know where I put it at. That's the Colossal. Anyway, so yeah, any excuse to get out of it. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. So the option we gave him, he doesn't like it. He does not like it at all because he can't get a cancellation. What he's going to go through is that the item is going to be shipped to his front door with the signature confirmed, so we know it came from him. And he has the option to deny it. Now, if he wants to rant and carry on, which I'm pretty sure he's probably doing right now because he's upset and angry. What are you upset and angry about? You ordered a product, we're shipping it to your front door. What's the issue? Shouldn't be an issue. Not an issue for anybody else, only for you. You're the only one going through these little fits. So he has an option to deny the order. He wanted a cancellation. That's what he was trying to get us to cancel the order. He knows me by now. I'm not going to cancel an order. Please. Not going to happen. So getting me upset, not going to work. Filing fake complaints on PayPal, not going to work. And putting in an email requesting, not going to work. We're going to ship it to your front door as we have agreed. It's in our policy, and we are going to have the option to deny the package. That's what you have the option. You'll be the first deny in history. We've never had a deny. Not one time ever had a deny. Customers, when they get that product, they're happy to have it. You'll be the first one. Now, is that a thing to celebrate? Oh, heck no, it's not a thing to celebrate. Not a bad thing in our eye, because this is a person who has more to prove. The other customers are getting it because they want something nice on the wall. They want a good quality screen paint that works. That's what they want. It's different for him. For him, he needs to be able to beat this product because this product costs $38. On top of that, it's way cheaper than this product. Pulls a much bigger screen size for the customer. And on top of that, by the test demonstrations, which he can't even begin to even match, he's going to lose a ton of money. Or if he's making a ton of money, he's going to lose some money. It's going to wipe him out. That's what's going to happen. The more and more we advertise on this $30 product, and we show up that screen's test demonstrations, the faster he's sinking. Even his own customers are stabbing him in the back and buying from us. But we gave you a simple challenge. We gave him a challenge twice to beat the test demonstrations under the product. He can't do it. He has to be in this environment. You've seen his videos. He's not used to being in this kind of environment. He can't do it. The environment alone is going to give him problems. So why would a customer fork down $90 for a quart of screen paint that can't even pass the test demonstrations of a $38 screen paint? Our stuff is ambient light rejection. Yours is not ambient light rejection. You clearly have to state it on your website. Not ambient light rejection. Customers will not go near a screen that's not ambient light rejection. This is why when we look at your customers' results, every last one of them are sitting in dark environments. Look at my customers. Fully lit environments. We just posted new demonstrations. As a matter of fact, I got some going to be posting some more today. All sitting with the lights on. Not one sitting in the dark. And their projectors are cheap. A lot of them didn't spend a lot of money for their setups. The one fellow you see showing the acoustic screen, he bought a $109 Christie projector. That's his setup on a $109 Christie projector. That's the one you see with the big screen on the floor, and I'm showing how he built the screen, the frame. Yeah, $109, yeah, projector, Christie. You spent all that money for what? The screen does all the work. So when you look at the gray technology that we have, the gray technology is amazing compared to these gray screen paint products. $160 for screen paint that you can't even back up what you're saying about the product. What is a multi-quantum stacking system? Can you explain and break this down? No, they can't, because they're just on camera just talking a whole bunch of nonsense. Everything I said about the product is backed up by the test demonstrations. I come out and say, hey, you can take on 9 certified screens, Ultra Short Throw compatible with certified. Use it in a max out environment with tons of light. It's ambient light rejection. You can take it out. If I say all that, I have to be to back it up. That's what the test demonstrations are for, to back up the product. But you gentlemen don't have any test demonstrations, and you're expecting for people to pay all this money out for a product you can't even back up. There you go. Even our projectors used in our demonstrations are far cheaper than what you guys use in your demonstrations, which clearly shows that you're using high-end projectors to try to boost your screen's capabilities. So the only way you're going actually there's any way out of it. Truthfully isn't. We kind of locked him into a seal-tight box. There's no way he could ever get around the screen. Virtually impossible. He can't make it. We already showed it already. Virtually impossible. He made 2 mixers. He can't make it. Won't match the screen. You can't say he can't pass any of the test demonstrations, which means your product is not going to, he can't pass the test demonstrations. If you're afraid of network grade 773, which you did badly in your test, that demonstration is littered with it. So you can't even get past that when there's no lighting in the environment. So you can't beat it that way. You can't get the product and claim you got it from a customer, because we said that the only way you can get that product, you have to buy it directly from me. So that excuse is gone. Now, usually what they were doing, they would say they got it from a customer, an angry customer, and they would get the product on an open box. Container was open already, and that would give them the ability to put black paint or whatever they want to put into it, seal it back up to make it look like they got it from the customer when they tampered with it from the begin with. You can't tamper with the product. They're sealed when they come in. On top of that, that product has a batch number attached to it, which means the batch number shows the product tested before it ever shipped out. And even more sealing your fate, the beta tester. The tester has the same batch that you have also. So if yours comes up looking kind of weird and strange and his doesn't, we all know you tampered with it. You messed with it. There's no way around it. Now, keep in mind the reason why all that was set up, because say he does an unboxing, right? It's 40 ounces, it's a lot of paint. He's not going to paint all that in one day, virtually impossible. So say he does some videos the day after that or whatever, and the container's already open, and he mixes something into it then. And then comes and say, hey, look, this is what happened later on. It doesn't work in paint that way. You don't paint a wall red and then later on it turns blue. It doesn't work that way. It works the same way it does the first day you paint it. That's how it's always going to look every single time, whatever you apply to. That's how it works. So that's why the tester will have his. So he already seen that when you trap a rat, and I hate to put it this way because that's what he is. When you trap a rat and there's no way for him to get out of that situation, he's got to go down with the ship. And sinking rats on the ship? Yeah, pretty much he has to go down with the ship. So the only option you got to get out of this is to basically try to cancel the order, but try to make it look like we canceled it. That's the only way. Now, since that doesn't work now, you don't have that option anymore, and the product's still on its way. As we agreed to PayPal, it would be on its way. Because remember, you put an agreement in with PayPal stating that we agreed on something that never happened. So you can't go back to PayPal and say, hey, such and so. They already know about your little agreement that's fake. They advised us to send tracking numbers, which we did. The only option that he has out of this situation, he has to deny the package. That is going to look extremely bad. You physically have it in your hand and you sent it back. What excuse are you going to use for that? There's no excuse you can use. You can say, hey, I'm going on vacation. We can't do it right away. Then you can do it later. It ain't going anywhere. It's not going to disappear because you don't use it in so many days. That's a 5-year shelf life on that product. That product can sit on your shelf for 5 years, properly sealed, and you can use it after 5 years. Or actually use it in between that 5-year period. So there's no excuse for it. There's no way around it. So if he has to deny it, if he doesn't deny it and he does a demonstration, his screen's going to get crushed. And on top of that, he's going to have to match the tester, which the tester is going to be in a fully lit environment. If you do that demonstration in the dark, all demonstrations in the dark, no contrast levels, no color, you can't match the tester, then you're going to have a problem on your hands because, again, it's going to show that you're babying our technology because your screen can't produce. That's one thing I noticed. When you do demonstrations or test demonstrations, you always make sure that you're always in the dark because your screen has an issue in fully lit environments. We noticed that from the door. So you're going to have to be in the same kind of environment. If you could beat the product, you could have went in and did the test challenges a long time ago. Oh, heck yeah. So that's the test challenges right there. Oh, I got you. Good to go. I'm going to knock this out real quick. That's what you should have done. That would have showed me at the end of the day, oh, shoot, he can knock out the test demonstration. All of them? He did them all? Okay. You didn't give me that at all. So when those test demonstrations had to be issued a second time, that gave me the information back that you can't pass the test. And if you can't pass the test under that product, you can't beat the product when it comes in. That's what you gave me. That's the information I get back. So, in business, there's all kinds of information that comes back that we learn from people. There we go. From people, how they act, how they carry themselves, how they speak, how they talk. It explains, if you're doing business long enough, you have kind of like they call it third eye in business, where you can read people on how they act, on how they talk, speak, how they carry themselves. There's all different kind of telltale signs that they give off that you've seen them the first time, you will definitely see them the second time. And we've seen these before with people who backed out of challenges, all kinds of excuses at the end of the day. If a person wants to do something, they're going to do it. So if they answer buts. Just like when you sat over there and you sent me that email telling me to buy whatever I want, you didn't think I was going to buy whatever I wanted. You thought I was going to look at that email and I was going to be afraid to put my address in. I ain't afraid to put my address in. My address is sitting right on top of that box when it comes to you. You can send it right back to my house if you don't want it. But I'm not afraid to put my address in. That's what you thought. Let me send him over this email. He'll be afraid to put his address in. No, buddy. You got the wrong person at the end of the day. I'm a different kind of person when it comes to business. I do not play games. I don't back down, and I get the job done. That's how I do things. If someone gives me a challenge, I'm going in and hit it first. Win or lose, I'm going in. You don't understand the whole thing about business, Jamie. I could go against a company that I know darn well could beat my technology, but guess what? You think I'm going to back down? No, because at least at the end of the day, I can say I went in, regardless if I lost. No one's ever going to put me in a situation where I'm ever in my life going to back down because I felt that I'm going to lose. Hey, I might get lucky. I might win. But even if I lose, at least I can come back and say, I did the challenge. You, on the other hand, you don't have that. So that tells me right there from the door, you don't have it. What challenge could you possibly give me? There is none. I've done just about everything I can possibly do. I have to make up challenges for my technology to keep myself from getting bored. But you don't understand business. You just don't. You don't have the heart for it. To you, it's just a hobby. And people who have hobbies, well, people with hobbies do make good money. But even people with hobbies are serious about their hobbies. That's how their hobbies become businesses. Because they're serious about it. You are not serious about what you do. Like I said, at the end of the day, just a company that pops up and says, hey, look, we've got this black technology, it's such and so and so, and they give me a challenge. I know I'm going to lose. If I see the demonstration, like, good gracious, are you freaking kidding me? Well, we're going in. But you're going to lose. Don't care. We're going in. Because I'm never going to have somebody say, oh, he backed down. No, we're not backing down. We're going straight in. And what you don't understand, Jamie, you miss an opportunity. An opportunity is what you miss. Even if we lose, we come out with information. We come out with information on the next time around. We know what we're dealing with. And the next time around, we'll beat the screen. Because we take back knowledge, experience, understanding from that loss. Which you don't do. You get mad and get angry and lash out and do rants and memes and all that stuff. That's what you do. You don't learn anything at all. If anything, you stain your name because there are businesses. One of the people that we're doing business with saw one of your memes. They didn't find it funny. They found it immature and not a person's business that they would take seriously at the end of the day. And they don't. Diamond, any one of those big companies see that? They don't take you seriously. They don't. They don't want anything to do with you. With someone who practices businesses on that particular scale, they don't want to be bothered with that. They don't want that black eye attached to their company. You do damage to yourself. That's the problem. That doesn't hurt us at the end of the day. My sales continue on. That hurts you at the end of the day. It shows you're not a professional. We need 2 orders today. We don't need 2 orders today. That hurts you. It doesn't hurt me. And on top of that, it just shows that instead of you backing your product, you're just showing a bunch of hatred. So it shows that you're not really showing anything, designing anything new, or you're not trying to do anything different, or you're not showing any tests, or you're demonstrating nothing. All they see is a troll at the end of the day. That's how they see you, as a troll. They don't even take you seriously. Because I had a guy contact, so who's this Jamie character? I said, oh, that's a troll at the end of the day who basically is jealous of our work. And I'm not going to go in, but we have a site called The Blacklist. You can go in and check it out right from there. And that's where we're directing them to, The Blacklist. And then when you act up and you put images like that, that doesn't hurt my reputation at the end of the day. It hurts your reputation. Because if I'm a big company and I'm looking to do business, going to YouTube, let's see if we got any new talent on YouTube, someone we can sign a contract to, and they see you in there making memes and carrying on and acting up, oh, they're going to stay away from you with a 10-foot pole. You get them sued at the end of the day. Oh, that's a risk. That's a huge, huge risk. Yeah. That's the problem. And then you got me coming out there doing demonstrations on 250-inch screens on 720p projectors and doing demonstrations off the ceiling, dropping them to the floor. 127-inch screens being displayed in a room full of windows, doing the impossible what people are not supposed to do with projection screens at the end of the day. And then they contact me and say, hey, buddy, I like what you got. I like how you explain your videos, how you do things. We want to do business with you. That's the reason why when I posted that letter from Diamond, Black Diamond, Screen Innovation, of them contacting me through an email, telling me my product had potential. You never received anything like that. Because they've been online for just, matter of fact, you were right around the time where you were trying to get nasty with me, right around the time in that 2015, I thought we've known them for quite some time, right in that area. They didn't contact you, they contacted me. They don't take you seriously, they don't. This is why in the end, we ended up getting documents from their attorneys. Because at the end, they take us seriously. We are considered to be a potential threat. You are not considered to be a potential threat in any level whatsoever. I have black technology that can easily take out certified screens with ease. Why would the customer go out and spend $2,000, $3,000 for a screen when a black screen can outperform that screen with no problem at far less the price? I got people right now that are interested in the company on seeing that technology being sold for more money because they know what it's worth. What could any of the companies right now, any of the certified companies right now have to offer to go against my technology? Nothing at all. And for those we try to obtain sample sheets, won't even touch us. So that tells you where we stand in between you. You can get a copy of Black Diamond's punch sheet. We can't. Not ever. They're not going to give us that. Shoot, in 2015, if we're doing that kind of damage in 2015, imagine the technology we have now. Good gracious. But yeah, so he has an option, and his option is going to be he can cancel, he can deny the order. So he has that right. So once the order comes over here, it will be posted with the United States Postal Service showing that the package was denied by the receiver. That's all. And that way, you don't get a cancellation at all. Now, when we contact PayPal, we'll contact PayPal. We'll put the money back into your account. And PayPal will not sign it as a cancellation either. So you can't go in and brag, oh, they canceled this. That's why we documented everything. So just in case if he comes back and starts spreading more lies, as he usually likes to do, we can say, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. Can't even have you buy paint from us without it turning into a headache. Shouldn't have been that hard of a transaction. It was really easy. I was talking to my friend and said, good God, you went through all that? I said, yeah, we literally went through all that on an order from this guy buying from us. It's already a nightmare to do business with you, but you to order from us, it's a freaking headache. My goodness. If you don't want to, you have no plans, let me explain something to you so you can understand. I'm busy, very busy. I have a lot to do. I still have a room upstairs at the finish. Got a levitating screen at the finish off. Find out now I can use the screen. We got to paint that to convert that to a 38, which is going to be cool because we haven't did a fabric screen yet, standalone without the plastic surface. So I have a lot to do. And you're a waste of my time. I literally had to go in and do all those update videos because we need that later on. If this jerk comes back and starts spreading some dumb lies, we can say, look, here we go, here we go, here we go. That's what the blacklist is designed for, when he starts running his mouth. So I had to waste time to do those demonstrations. It's a simple transaction. Just like when we order from you, simple transaction. I give you money, you give me merchandise. That's how it works. Simple and plain. Nothing hard. But Jamie, when we have to do business with you, it's a nightmare. We got orders getting canceled left and right. We got items coming here that are falsified and committing fraud on every level you could possibly think of. We even used your own website to commit fraud, and we have evidence of that. It's horrible. It shouldn't be that much of a nightmare. I told you at the end of the day, I treat everybody as they are my customers, whoever they are. And this is proof of it. You will have an item shipped to your front door that has the same as everybody else. No special labels with your name written on it, some dumb kooky nonsense, unprofessional. Everybody has the exact same synchronized label. This joker will write dumb stuff on the container like, best of the best and blah, blah, blah. Are you a child at the end of the day? Be an adult for once in your life. Seriously. Send over a package with a label that represents your company. Not some nonsense with a whole bunch of taglines all over it saying this, and blah, 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 and messages and stuff. Grow up. So you're going to get a package from us, whether you decide to keep it or not. But everybody saw the package when it's being shipped out. Everything's done professionally and by the book. You share the same label as everybody else because that represents our company. I'm not going to write anything special, no letters for you. Heck no. My goodness. Now, you see how business is done, Jamie? You see how it's done? There is no canceled orders. There is no insults and curse words traveling back and forth to us to you. We don't do that nonsense. There's none of that at all, period. I kept my agreement as agreed. Items would be here on Saturday. I gave an update on Friday for the containers and everything else. Containers got here, I think, on Saturday or Friday. I think they got on Friday. I think they got there on Friday. But anyway, everybody got a chance to see us processing labels, printing them out, putting them to the containers, watching me pour the paint in all the containers. We did the batch number on Saturday as I agreed. Items were shipped out on Monday as I agreed. And everything was done by the book. When you do decide to keep your package, you will notice that when you open it up, everything will be intact. There won't be any punctured holes in containers where paint's leaking out. There won't be any poor tape jobs and what are the nonsense he puts on these containers. Everything is by the book. It will be exactly as you ordered it from the website. That is what the batch number is for. When you look at the number on the side of your container, you can go back to the video, timestamp to that date, and you can see your product being performed and tested before it was shipped out. That's how it's done. Not items getting here and not matching what they see on the website because someone decided to go into the website at the last minute, change the color of it, and ship out the product. Oh, for those you don't know, it's called a Frankenstein verification video. We did that when we ordered the Frankenstein because we figured he got caught the first time with the Cinemax. He sent us black paint in the Cinemax. We all know Cinemax doesn't come in black, but he thought that was funny. Send him black paint, punch a hole in the side of the container, let it leak out. You thought that was real smart. No, actually, it was real stupid because it shows that you're not a professional. You have to treat everybody as if they are your customer. You have to. That's how it's done. That's professional service right there at the end of the day. I think people I would hire at the end of the day are people of customer service because they go through a lot of crap. They do. And they could sit there with a smile on their face with somebody screaming down their throat and cursing them out and carrying on. And they can say, how can I help you, sir? So and so and so. Whew. Those who do customer service, hats off to you because that is a lot of freaking stress to go through. But they carry themselves perfectly. I've had one where the woman said, just got the phone, guy cursed me out, so and so and so. It wasn't even my fault, this, that, and the other. And I feel sorry for them. They have to go through that. Jamie, you are those people that curse people out in customer service because I can see that one coming. But anyway, but either way, when I come on here, they don't treat me any different. I could be a little upset with them. I could be angry with them. And they will still treat me with the same courtesy as if I was being polite to them. That's how amazing I think about customer service at the end of the day. People deal with that. But you couldn't even do that. And your customer service is absolutely horrible. All you had to do when I ordered the Frankenstein was put the original paint in the container, ship it to me with a tracking number, and that's it. Transaction done. What Jamie does is Jamie goes into the website, changes the color of the product, and ships us out something completely different, claiming this is what the Frankenstein always looked like. not realizing that we did a verification video, which means we recorded our transactions on the shopping cart, showing the color of the product, even going back 5 years. And that's how we found the Frankenstein. I told you, every time we deal with this guy, we always peel another layer of the onion. We found a video of his showing the Frankenstein 5 years back, matching the exact same color in the shopping cart he has now in 2022. But in that video, it claims that the Frankenstein was ambient light rejection, 143 on the reel. That's what he says. Oh man, this to tell you the crazy nonsense this guy does is unbelievable. Literally, this actually triggered up one event to another event. So after we go in and we find the video, we look up and says, wait a minute, it says ambient light rejection. Then we go on our shopping cart, it doesn't say ambient light rejection. So let me get this straight. 5 years back, this stuff was cheaper, now it's more money. You're charging more money for a product that's less. That's like me going back and saying, hey, look, it was 1080p. We're going to charge you more because it's 720p projector. That doesn't make any sense. That's literally what you did. So after pointing this out, because we needed the video for the verification video, which again, he went and manipulated his website to make it sound like the paint was coming in, was that color when it wasn't. And we were able to show the verification video. So he got shot down on that one, lost his claim because he committed fraud again. But going back to the Frankenstein and the ambient light rejection, I was like, wait a minute. So 5 years back, he claimed this to be ambient light rejection, but it's not. When we found that out, this individual goes into a video that was 5 years back, changes out the title to not. You do know we have the original video that says it is ambient light rejection. We can go back and compare them. One says not, one says it is. So he figures by going in and changing the title to not, oh my goodness, you got to wonder, how does his brain function in the morning? You do know, you said it right there at 1:43 in the video that the product was ambient light rejection. Even all the demonstrations points to you trying to show a screen off as being ambient light rejection. Changing the title to say not, it's not going to change the fact that you said it in the video. It still says you said it in the video. And on top of that, we have a copy of it. It's exhausting, isn't it? Me explaining it is exhausting. Yes. That's the kind of shenanigans and dirt this guy digs up on a daily basis. Wow. That's how crazy it is. We literally just went in to get a verification of the product, what it looked like on the website, and ended up bumping into that. And then found out he was doing, he went in and manipulated the video by saying that, the title, by saying not. Now, if you don't believe anything I'm saying, feel free to go to the blacklist. I will post a link below so you can go in and check out all the stuff we found out on Jamie, including videos that were removed off his account. He removed off his account, trying to hide evidence. It's all there. Even the missing videos that no one can seem to find, they're there. He deleted about 6 videos so far. Now, these aren't everyday. These are videos basically backing his products. That's pretty much what they are. One's actually about his product versus black and white paint. That's another one on there. So, yeah. That's it right there, I tell you. It's a shame, but that's how he is. Get over artists. Try to get over on people as much as you possibly can. And I guess he could fool everybody else, you know. But at the end of the day, you can't fool us. And we catch him every single time. Because either you take your customers as being stupid, and that's pretty much what it comes down to. You take them as they're stupid, because who else does that dumb nonsense to their customers and think they're going to get away with it? Probably think they're never going to figure it out. I can just go in and put the word not, and they will believe that I said that not ambient light. Well, they're going to watch the video, and if they watch the video, when they get to 143, you're going to clearly sit there in the video and say, oh, but it is. So how do you get around that one? Oh, you'll figure out some lie. So that's what it is, people. That's the craziness. From peeling one onion, you find another one. Every single time with this guy. All right, we don't need all this up here. We got surgers up here, so this is not even necessary. Peel one onion, find another one. Another later. Every single time. And that's why he's terrified of 2.0. I think before we shut the screen off tomorrow, we got a good date coming in. So I'll contact the customer, something I want to do. I like doing these demonstrations. We're going to hang the screen up. We're going to wash it down with a garden hose as we're watching some demonstrations off of it. I like doing those. Now this is the formula we have on here is completely weatherproof. So we don't have to worry about the screen cracking or peeling. I got a 250 inch out there, and that thing takes on everything. Matter of fact, we even have demonstrations on a slideshow of my screen in the snow. I went out in the snow and did a demonstration. I thought that'd be the perfect time to do a demonstration. Number one, so much white light out there for the screen to take on. Everything out there was covered in snow. I'm doing the same thing. I told you how to build your own outer boxes. I'm building an outer box for one of my projectors to take my projector outside. So I just found out that they make these sleeves. Because last time, man, it was a headache, man. We had to take plastic bags and we had to cover up the in-between joints where the electrical outlets were plugged into, and then tape all that up, make sure we didn't have any problems with any water getting in there and get electrocuted in the process. But I found they got these sleeves that you slip on hit with the hair dryer and it shrink wraps to it, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's what we're doing, because we're definitely, when the wintertime gets here, we're going to be outside doing demonstrations. Why not? Man, the best way to show a screen off that can be weather. Oh, I forgot, I got to upload my snow videos. My snow slideshow. Oh, we got slideshows to load up today. I got a bunch of them we got to load up for the players. Let's see what we got going here. I need to expand this up a little bit more. It's not running right. We need to bring this up here. Yeah. So that's what went on there with that whole thing. With that fellow that went on, you know, had it. Not bad had it. And as I said before, you removed your network grade 7073 test. We noticed all of them are missing. The previous one you did, where you claimed you had our product, which we're still waiting for receipts. Matter of fact, since you know what receipts look like from our server, you can post those, right? While you're at it, how about you post the one next to my 39 Extreme Black Widow, which I'm still waiting for. Now, the reason why we're requesting those is because this individual went on and claimed to have gotten a 39 Black Widow. He ordered it from us. We want to see the receipts. Now you know what the receipts look like, actually look like, because this is the first time this guy's ever placed an order from us in 6 years. Because any other demonstrations he's been doing, he's been faking it, saying, hey, look, I got it from a friend, I got it from a customer, whatever. Well, now on, when you buy directly from me and me only. And with that being said, your name had to be on that receipt. You knew that already from the door with your address. And if it's not your address at the end of the day, Jamie, we have your real address. It makes no difference to what you try. We know your real name from front to back. I don't know why you put it out there like that, but we know who you are. Unless you got people looking for you at the end of the day, you don't want them knowing. But again, we know where you live at, all right? Not a problem. So again, I got no problem putting my address up there because we got nothing to hide. Apparently you do. But anyway, as I told you already, that this is the first time this guy has placed an order from us in 6 years. First time in 6 years. So he's been doing that nonsense for the longest time. So since you know what our receipts look like, you wouldn't mind today showing receipts of a 39 Extreme Black Widow that you claim that you purchased along with that receipt, would you? Today. I was expecting to see it. And don't get stupid. Don't think, okay, I'm going to make a copy of it. Mind you, me and Jamie have the same server Wix. We have the same one, same platform. Don't try to copy it because that won't work because your timestamp is going to have to measure up. Your timestamp's off. This is why you can't do it. When we start, in the timeline he claimed to have the product, about 2 weeks back on that time we were making a product, that product was in the stage of us trying to figure out what to call it. It wasn't even made yet. We, right around the time, the containers weren't even around that time because we came up with the 50 ounces because of the 39. That's where the 50 ounce containers came from for the 39, no other product. And that's where the big 39 symbols came at for the top. So all that was designed 7 days after we did the batch number, which would have been 2 weeks before you got your product. So your timeline is completely way off. So this is virtually impossible. If you come up with a container, we know that that's virtually impossible because it means you took and you copied off what you know now. We didn't have it in the timeline in which you posted the video when you claim you had the item. So that's why there's no way around it for him. But we want to see the receipts anyway. Miles, just humor the idea, right? Let's see where the receipts are. So today I am requesting my receipts. Not for the 2.0, for the 39. Now, the demonstrations he did for the 39, claiming he had it next to the Network Gray 773, which he also did next to his old product. He tried to repeat that same nonsense again by saying that, hey, it's a huge discoloration. Mind, he had already deleted 3 videos already because of that. Tried to do it again and then tried to claim he had our product at the same time. That video is now missing. So now we have up to 6 videos missing off the account. These are very important videos. You know, these are videos that you use to back the product. Ha! Yeah, I can use these inside. Of course, we're going to make these for outside only, but they don't really wrinkle up like that. You see this? This is the screen that I had folded up. The one I just threw on the floor. That thing was folded up in the corner. They don't really wrinkle like that. I told you material was a little different because the last ones we had, they did wrinkle a bit. These companies wrinkle a bit. So I guess we're going to have to change it to an inside and outside screen. This is the biggest pre-coated inside screens ever. Oh, I know it's got a 180-inch display. Definitely not one of these. A friend of mine who wants a 180-inch display. Oh, do you have any idea what this means? Because like I said, the surface is not wrinkling. We had it folded up in the corner. There's no crease areas, nothing. So it's laying out quite nicely. So that means that this screen, we can have these inside. I'm getting one. As a matter of fact, I might expand my other screen upstairs. I'm going to big, I'm a 200-inch over there, to tell you the truth. Yeah. So, with that being said, because we're going to market these for outdoor only, these can also be used for indoor vents. Do you have any idea how much a DMP Supernova costs at 180 inches? And this screen can beat a DMP Supernova. It would cost the customer $17,000 for 180 inch of that technology. This screen can beat that with no problem. I had DMP Supernova sample sheets right over there. And the beautiful thing about this technology, now I'm going to get this right, this is just driving me crazy. I want to see that lid part right there. That's what's driving me nuts. I'm going to tighten a little bit. The beautiful thing about this technology, which I love the most about it, is you can take the screen outside. All right, now let's see if we go this way. And then, if we bring it in a little bit this way. All right, now let's get this side out. There. Oh, that is fantastic. I like that material. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. Get in there. I always find out something new when I do this stuff. Always. Now the other screen, the one I have outside, is made from the same material. So the company must have changed out their material because the first ones, when we got them, they wrinkled a bit. They wrinkled a lot. And because they wrinkled a lot, do I have another cord here? I got another cord here. Because they wrinkled a lot, it made it for an outdoor screen only. This one, I had this one folded up in the corner, and this one doesn't wrinkle like the other one did, which actually makes it fantastic for inside also. So it can be an inside and outdoor screen, where the screens of, let me see, the screens of the certified technology can only be used for inside only. I gotta do something with my projectors. We have way too many projectors for that corner. Let me see. Let me move everything over here because we're gonna be on this side of the corner. Doing our demonstrations on this side. Yeah, that's something new. I didn't even know we could do this. It came up that way. So that's what I'm thinking, like, okay, it's gonna wrinkle a bit. Let's try to use this before. Alright. So yeah. We were expecting our receipts today. That's what I want. And also to do us a big favor and never order from me ever again. And the reason why I say this is because you're a waste of my time. Literally, I had to do 4 videos, and those videos had to be done because this is how we back ourselves when it's Joker lies so much. So if you ever come and run, oh, they canceled. No, we didn't. Here you go. 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 That's what we had to go through. So I got to do another video just explaining to you to deny the package when it gets there. So we had that video to back up. That's a waste of my time because that's something I could be doing elsewhere. Maybe you get up in the morning and you show the same screen on every single day. You don't do any test demonstrations. Yeah, you got time to do nothing. I don't have time to do nothing. I'm very busy. Now we just found out these screens can actually produce without the wrinkles in them. This changes some things. Now I need to get one of these inside the house. We already got one outside. I need one inside. All right, let me see where we at with the cables, cords, all that good stuff. Where's the remote controls for this one? We got remote controls on this side. Oh, please do not mix up the remote controls. We got 2 sets of remote controls down here somewhere. Oh, one right over there. Okay, goody. You will sunshine. And we're still going to do a 2 giant screen display outside because I ordered another 200-inch screen and a 180-inch for myself. Because I need to have these because we always have customers who say, well, like on 180-inch, we have to have it on display. Or like on 200-inch, we have to have it on display. This is what I mean by when I explain these individuals who claim to do these screen sizes. You know, you're talking about venue projectors. You don't even own a venue projector. I told you, the NEC NP1150 is not a venue projector. It's a theater projector. These are venues. Oh, maybe we'll go a little more. I guess we're going to go more. All right. That's me knocking up my cord and my power and everything else along with it. All right. What did we knock out? We knocked something off the video. Let me see that one back here. Where's the cord to you? Oh, take care of that. Let me stick you on a fresh one. There we go. There we go. That's better. Yeah, you don't have enough venue projectors to clean your product worse with venue projectors. Even on your website, you're showing nothing but pictures of the P2. You claim you work with 720p. How many actual 720p projectors do you actually use in your demonstrations? Screen sizes. You do the same screen size every single demonstration. The only time you do a different screen size is that you go to a customer's house. You have to have your own selection of screens. You have an outside area. We do know that. You don't have any screens out there, period. How many demonstrations do you do outside on your screens? You got 2 in your entire category. We counted. Ultra short throws. Use the same ultra short throw over and over again and again and again. Crutch projector. Ultra short throws. We got them everything from the Epsons, different versions. We got all different kinds of ultra short throw projectors over here. You don't have that enough projectors to claim at the end of the day that your product is well tested. And then you talk about venues, you don't have a venue projector. I've never seen you with a venue projector, not ever. Not ever. Ambient light environments. You're in the same environment every single day. I bet you right now you're in the same environment right now as we speak. I'm down here in all this light doing demonstrations. You're in the same dark environment, on the same high caliber projector, on the same size screen every day. And you wonder why your stuff doesn't work. And then when you do demonstrations in a somewhat lit environment, no contrast demonstrations are ever there at all. The 2.0 can show contrast levels in this environment at 1,000 lumens, at 15 feet back. That demonstration under the 2.0 can swap out different projectors at will. You don't do that. You stick to the same projector saying, look how amazing the product looks. The fact that you have to get up and walk over to a screen to show a contrast level is an embarrassment. You should be able to see that at the same distance where the projector. Oh, I forgot you use ultra short throw. There you go. This is why the 2.0 is a better gray screen paint. Much better. Much, much better. Okay, this looks really, yes. This would definitely work inside, no problem. My main concern, especially when you use screens like this, is the fact that the screen not having wrinkles to it. Because the last ones we had over here, man, the suckers were wrinkle city. This must be new material. We're not having that issue at all, period. So that is fantastic. So these can be used for inside and out. Usually we make them outside only because the screen wrinkles up, you know what I mean? Between the heat and the rain kind of smooths the screen out, but no, we had that folded up in the corner over there. So I guess we'll have to change something on the site now. All right, let me see. Wrong controller. Controller on this side, bird. I gotta open up that door in here. This braces my thing getting cooked. Here's some fish while I'm working on this. I love when they ask for this. I have nothing. There's nothing on this fire stick, not a thing. So we are going to be in this shop today. It is, because I know you will lose this in a hot second. I'll run along like, where to go? here. Let me get my chair. Wires and cables, cables and wires. That's the one thing I hate the most. Wires and cables everywhere down here. Wires for this, cables for that. All right. Line right. Let me get you at, let me see, let me get you on Zoom. Where's the Zoom at? All right, let me down a little bit more. I'll make another back. A little more adjustments. It looks a little, no, it's good. There we go. A little off there. Yeah, definitely a little off. So it's 1610. No, it's actually 16.9. It's almost 1610. That's where it was at. By a little bit. All right, so we get controllers mixed up. Where are we on this one?
Make this the summer you realize the farther you go, the better it gets. And discover that even out here, you're never alone. Make this the summer of Jeep with the most awarded SUV.
Now the reason why tomorrow we're going to do a demonstration of washing it down with a hose while we're washing the display off it, because again, you're going to get crap on your screen and it's going to happen. You know, you're going to get mud, dirt, whatever, it's going to fly from the outside. It's going to be using this screen outside. So you just take a water hose and just a garden hose and just wash it down after it. It's completely weatherproof. I got a 250-inch screen out there drenched in the rain right now. You're wondering what that is? That's a 44 Professional. Professionals have much higher gain. This one, 39. That's a 44. This is on a 5,000 lumen projector. That's on a 4,000 lumen projector. 4,000 projector 720p, 5,000 lumen 1080p. Commercial? Probably so. Oh, in the video. Let me see. Down here in a while. Usually it's upstairs all the time. Now, surface we have upstairs is an all white surface. My screen upstairs for the floating levitating screen. We're going to be converting that into a 44 black. It's the first time we're doing fabric with it, so I want to check this out. I'm going to hang it up outside and spray it down. Let's go for that. Keep this one over here. Here. Got Chrissy's on it. Both these are Chrissy's. I should swap up for Chrissy and a Sony. I should do the one Sony, one Chrissy. Everybody has an understanding guess. Because right now, you know, he's over there being frantic as always. It's funny he's over here. Over here being frantic and crying, whining as he usually does. Because I'm pretty sure there must be like 1,000 videos on me already of him crying like, oh, he tried to steal my money. Yeah, if I was trying to steal your money, $38, really, seriously? But anyway. I'm trying to steal your money. Okay, so let me get this straight. We show us doing the batch number, having the labels, giving you a tracking number, and sending you updates, Karen. I'm not even going to reply to you as Crow anymore. I'm going to reply to you as Karen, because literally you just pulled a Karen move. Multiple levels. So Karen, let me explain something to you. And I'm not being unprofessional. Literally, he is a physical Karen. Have you seen the demonstrations we've been through with this guy? Yeah, he's definitely a Karen. So anyway, we sent you out all that information. All the customers, everybody else got the same information. No one else is complaining but you. Because of course, the other customers are going to be using this paint that's on the screen. They get a better quality grade screen paint. You are the only one that has something to lose out of this. And what you had to lose out of this is the fact that you got a product that, again, costs far less than yours and can outperform your product. And that's what you don't need. So you have more to lose. Customers, on the other hand, it's a win-win for them because they're getting a better product for less money and a much bigger screen size. As you said, one quart paper to 135. That's a 40-ounce container. It does over 150 inches. So you have more to lose than anybody else. So we expect for you to go into full Karen mode 24/7. So no one's stealing from you. You can still have your money back. You just give me back my package. That's what you're going to do. Now, whatever you was trying to do was basically get me upset to cancel out the order. Not going to happen. I don't let my emotions get the best of me. I really don't in business. What I see is that you give me information. When you act up like that, the information you're giving to me that you are afraid, that's what you're telling me. That's why you're lashing out like that. Trying to get me to cancel, get upset. I'm not you at the end of the day. So that's what you're telling me. Following the fake claim on PayPal the way you filed it, yeah, it shows me you're trying to back out as fast as you can. Now you have that option. You have the package directly in your hand. You have the option to do the demonstration, or you have the option to give it back, which you will receive your money. That's going to be a very hard decision. That puts you in a very, very tight, backed-in corner. Because then your customers will look at that and say, well, you had the product in your hand. Why didn't you show your product? It was better. It was right there. There's no excuses behind that one. When you send that package back, you have already admitted that you have been defeated. That's it. See how my mind works in business? The problem is you think everybody thinks like you, and they don't. the way to handle people like you at the end of the day. Now, I kept my word as agreed. Package will be on its way. And you have the option. You sign for it, keep it, or you can deny it. And if you sit there and file a complaint, complain on YouTube that I don't have enough time, it has a 5-year shelf life attached to it. I think that's more than enough time. Comes down to whether you have, well, pretty much, you don't really have to do the demonstration at the end of the day to prove that it's better than your product. You still got to take out the tester, and you still got to take out the batch number. And that's going to be hard to get around. But the reason why it is better than your product, because we gave you 2 chances to do the test demonstrations under the 2.0, and you have done none of them at all. And that clearly tells me at the end of the day, you can't beat this game. That's all. Now, while I'm having this conversation with you, I'm down here in my max out zone showing 2 screens off at the same time. See the difference between me and you? You come on camera, you talk trash, you're in the dark, the screens are not pulling up properly. I'm sitting here in a full environment on these old projectors doing this. All right, now with that being said, I am really tired of saying your name. I mean, literally, have been an exhausting business experience as always. And this is why I advise anyone that we do business with to stay far away from you. And if they don't believe me, the nightmarish of it all, we show them the demonstrations. The transaction we just went through, yeah, we've been posting those. The nightmare, what we've been going through with you.
In Stonyfield Organic Yogurt, save the world.
Everybody knows.
That's a lot to ask.
And this decade in time with COVID, you're going to have delays. We don't, like I said, we keep everybody updated, but everybody knows that. Right now, I got delayed on an item that was supposed to be here yesterday, which is not going to be here tomorrow. I got to sit there and wait. Did I go full Karen mode? I go, well, okay. Just update me when it comes in, and I'll be good to go from there. Because I need that particular item. I'm not going to cancel it. I need the item. But you, on the other hand, you know the era we live in, where things are going to get delayed. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. But still, you went into this whole Karen mode because, like I said, any excuse you can use to get out of this, yeah. I'm laughing because I've seen this so many times. I've seen this, like I said, I'm a roller coaster junkie, and I've seen people on a bus ride, they just brag, I'm going to get this ride, and hit that ride, I'm going to do this and do that, and so, I'm have my hands in the air, and we're screaming and yelling, and we're like, yeah, this guy's going to punk out. He's going to get it, he's going to punk out. And we went to Hershey Park, and we saw the Possess. Good gracious, that thing was so freaking crazy. We saw it we were like 5 or 10 cars in the parking lot, and we saw it from the parking lot. I'm like, yeah, that's the first one we're getting on. They're definitely the first one we're getting on. Man, the one thing I like about the Possess, it has the warning horn. You ever been on a roller coaster with a warning horn? That's when you know it's pretty bad. The warning horn gives you enough time to get out of your coaster and walk away from it. We call that the walk of shame. But there's another word they use for it. It's a curse word, but I'm not going to say it. You know what I mean? But there's another word they use for it. So basically, you have to walk through everybody that was going on the ride. It's a warning horn telling you to get off the ride now. This is your last chance. Yeah, man. And they do that to psych you up, which is even more fun. So, anyway, yeah, when that horn comes through, you see people going through the walk of shame. People just laughing at them, pointing at them, stuff like that, calling them punks. And, the rest of the words go with that. Anyway, but you get people that talk all this trash, and then they get up there, and they'll be the main ones screaming, get me out, get me out, get me out, screaming, get me out. Or they use any excuse. Before we even get to the coaster, some people don't even make it into the coaster to be locked in yet. They'll start making their excuses as we're walking to it. Like all kinds of stuff would just be going off in their head like crazy. Like, well, hey, I want to check this out first and I'll get to this later. Or I want to check out, I not get a chance to do this ride, so let me do this one first. Yeah, the excuses pop up. Any little thing. They'll even be sitting there texting their girlfriend that's somewhere in the park. Hey, look, I need you to come and say we got to do something together. Just to get out of it. Those are the best rides. The best roller coasters are the ones you fear the most. That's where you get the highest adrenaline rush from. They don't miss the opportunity they're missing. Those are the ones we take first. Oh, man. If you're a roller coaster junkie, you know what I'm talking about. Those are the ones that, if you're even a junkie at the end of the day, the one you fear the most is the one you get on first. Because that's the one that's going to give you the most adrenaline rush. That's the one I like. Oh, man. But then I think that the excuses, man, the one I fear is the one I get on first. Because I know that's the one that's going to give me the highest adrenaline rush. Is the one I fear. If I see a roller coaster and a part of me wants to back down, that's the one I get on. because I know that's the one that's going to give me the thrill that I'm looking for. If I'm terrified of it, that's going to be the best ride I've ever had in my entire life. If I get like, this ain't nothing, man. I can go to sleep on this, like Mr. Bean, and fall asleep on the roller coaster. Yeah, then that's nothing. I didn't get any thrill out of that at the end of the day. It has to be something that I'm truly terrified of to get on. That I know I'm going to get that junkie, that rush. The one at Disney World, oh, loved it. Freaking amazing. Didn't expect it. I love unexpected turns and twists. Freaking amazing. I forgot what it's called. The one with man, what roller coaster is? The one with the freaking abominable snowman or whatever he is on the top of the mountain, whatever. And you go up there and you're riding up and you realize the tracks are busted out and they do the whole entire roller coaster backwards. Oh, yeah. That was amazing. Everybody got their roller coaster on top. Like, yeah! I scream when I get off roller coasters. I'm so freaking hyped up. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'll knock out every roller coaster in the park and then come back and do it again at nighttime because it's even better at night because you can't see what crap is going on. But then again, you already been through it already, so that's pretty much basically about it. You see my adrenaline rush going through the roof right now, how hyped I'm up right now? That's how excited I get on roller coasters, man. And it can be roller coasters, free falls. Free falls are my favorite. All of them are my favorite. They had this thing called the Demon Drop. I must have got that thing so many times they told me I couldn't get on it anymore because it was beautiful. When you would drop, you would be elevated in the air for like a couple of seconds. You'd be floating. Oh man, I tried it on the left side, tried it on the right side, did it on the middle. Man, that thing was amazing. I kept getting back on and getting back on and getting back on. And like, Mr. Sir, you can't get on. You gotta go try something else. Oh, that ride was so freaking sick. There was nothing like it in the park that had dropped that high. I miss roller coasters. I gotta get back on. I miss that adrenaline rush. Oh, it was so much fun. So much fun. And then we have our group, or we'd have a crew with us. They were all junkies like us. We would have the 300 speech on the bus, you know what I mean? Take everything, give them nothing. Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun. Now, there are rules to the roller coaster rides, as we all know. Do not eat heavy things in the morning. Like, don't go gorging on the freaking heavy foods because they will come up and you will turn into a literally fountain at the end of the day. I've watched people get on roller coasters and eat all kinds of crap and then get out in the parking lot and go bleh, turn into a human fountain. Fun to watch. The teacups, I do not do. I don't do teacups. I will never do teacups. Number one, I don't like to be dizzy, but I can take it to a certain degree. But you automatically throw up on the teacups and never eat next to the teacups because you will lose your appetite, because that happened to me one time. I watched the family get up and they turned into a fountain coming off of that thing. God knows what they're eating at the end of the day. But yeah, I always eat light when I do the coasters, or don't eat at all when I first come into the park. I do the heavies, and then I eat light. Then probably in the middle of the day, I eat a little heavier food, chicken, cheesesteaks, or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then late at night, we got 2 changes of gear. I always bring 2 changes of gear because at nighttime, you're just walking around, just chilling, talking to people, having fun, you know what I mean? But in the morning, you're going to be sweating like a dog, so pretty much wear something light. Well, I got a whole system what I use, but I learned a valuable lesson because eventually we did the water rides, and I was soaking wet. I did them last, the water rides last, and the bus was air conditioned on the way home, so you do the math. Didn't have a change of clothing. Ah, man. Oh, it's so much fun, man. I never ever do the little carnivals. I don't do them that often. I have a friend of mine, she's good at it. She's really good at that particular, shooting the basketball and the hoops and all that stuff. She wins every time she goes over there. Me, I don't win jack, so I don't go over there. I'm not in the arcade a little bit. Mostly, if you want to find me, roller coasters. That's usually where I'll be at. Find the worst roller coaster in the park. That's where me and my crew will be at. Hands in the air, screaming and yelling, carrying on, all that nonsense. Oh, I miss it so much. It's so much. And the bumper cars. But my personal favorite out of all the rides besides the roller coaster is a merry-go-round. I love the merry-go-round. I love it. I like that. Do, 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 do. They won't let you ride the horses backwards, which would be pretty fun, but they won't let you do it. But I love the freaking merry-go-round. I love it.
The farther you go,
it's pretty cool.
The better it gets.
All your friends jump on and just ride.
You're never alone. Make this the summer of G.
Shoot, when I went to Disney World, I got my money's worth. I spent $2,700
Oliver?
going to Disney World.
My mom?
I sat there and paid for the top package and everything, the whole 9 yards when we went out. I got my money's worth, man. I rode every roller coaster I could get my hands on, even the kiddie roller coasters I got in those bad boys too. You know, friends, like, you gonna jump on that? Oh, heck yeah. See how much money I spent to come out here? Heck yeah. Tucked my legs up and got on that bad boy and took it for what it was worth, which was pretty fun at the end of the day. It was fun. All right, let me see where we going. Witch Mountain. Did Witch Mountain twice. Definitely did Witch Mountain twice. That was pretty cool. That's another one I was looking for up there. All right, we got 2 screens going side to side. My fam, I gotta open my door because I feel like I'm in a sweat box.
Want to take me to anywhere.
And let's just get to a freaking video here. 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
I got 2 projectors going off in here, and I feel like I'm in a hot box right now. So I'm gonna get my door open. Get some air in here. I'm gonna be down here playing around today because we haven't done any videos in the max out zone in a while. said before, you always gotta be one step ahead. Forgot my keys again. Man, damn it. I gotta go back up my keys. Go open my door. It's cooking down here. We always gotta be one step ahead of the individual. Now, when I say don't place an order through my website ever again, don't ever think that you're going to place an order through the website and I'm going to cancel. You're going to get a cancellation. No, I'm going to ship it to you as agreed. You're going to send it back every single time. But when you do this, we're not even going to announce you like you don't even exist. I put it out there because I want people to see the kind of nonsense that we have to go through when dealing with you in any level whatsoever. And this is also good that when we're dealing with companies, we say, look, this is what we had to go through literally when this guy placed an order through us. This is the kind of nonsense he put us through. So now that we have that on record on what you are and what you do, if you feel that, oh, if I place an order, he's going to cancel, now I got a cancellation. No, I'm going to take your money, no problem. I'm going to ship it right to you. Now, again, you already been to this experience again. We're not going to do any videos on it. No one's going to know about it. Not even going to talk about it. Don't care because we already been through it before. Not going to waste any time on it. I'm going to process your order and I'm going to ship it right to you. Now, if you deny it, it'll be posted every time you deny. Which one are we on?
Refresh your home for
Oh, that's the other one.
up to 35% off. Now,
Because I was just upstairs thinking about that too. I was like, well, if we said we're not going to take any orders from him, he may try to go in and place an order to try to get a cancellation. That's what he really wants most of all, is that cancellation. Having those cancellations over top him is hurting him pretty bad. So that's what he needs from us. Same thing as Partey, try to do the whole cancellation thing. Remember in the backyard, can't prove receipts, but we got like $700 worth of cancellations on him. So that's what they desperately need, but they don't have it. So just because I say that we don't want to do business with you on a level, if you place an order, I'm not canceling your order. I'm going to push it right on through. It's what's going to happen is we know what you're going to do at the end of the day because you can't back up going against the product, and you're going to basically have the item get there, probably go into a full Karen mode on your channel as you always do. We're just going to ignore you. We're not going to talk about it. And when the item comes back as denied, we can show that you denied the item. That's it. That's what we want to show. Only the denial part. That's it. Anything else in between, don't care. We already have a record of that transaction of how you went down. So, go ahead. Go place an order because we said we would process your order. And we don't want to do business with you because you are a headache. And see if you get a cancellation. You won't. Your order will go straight through, right to your address with a signature confirmed. We'll just have multiple denied orders on you next. That'll be even far embarrassing. We'll have orders of you canceling when we place orders, and when it came from you placing orders and us shipping the items directly to your address, we can show that you denied them, showing you were afraid to do the test. So go ahead, build me up a stat sheet like we have on the cancels. Just want to put that out there because again, he's always thinking on that level. See how exhausting it is to be around this guy? There you go. That's why no company was signed to a contract. Do you have any idea what goes on in the contract? All the different business deals that go on, back and forth? No one has time to deal with that kind of treachery in a contract. It's too exhausting, too much of a headache. Ooh, beautiful. tell you something. People who leave their pets, like dogs and cats, out in the street because you don't want them, you need to be punched in the face. Seriously. I've been feeding 4 stray cats. I found out somebody used to own these cats, and they decided to move, and they let the cats out on the street. I mean, have at least a consideration, take them to the SPCA so they can have some food or something every day and be taken care of, not being brutally abused on the street. People like y'all need to get punched in the face, literally. And just hire someone to just come to your front door and just punch you clean in the face, because I think that's really, really, really selfish and inconsiderate toward an animal. So I got 3 cats I feed. One's named Francis, one's called Kabuto. I haven't got a nickname for the other one. But apparently somebody else is feeding them besides me because they're big and healthy when they come through. Which I'm glad. Francis don't trust anybody. So Francis has had it the worst. So he doesn't trust anybody. So this year I'm building me a nice little shed to the side of the house. I'm gonna run wires in so I can heat up with heating blankets and stuff so these guys can go. They're the only ones that come up. There's only 3 of them that come up. So they have some place warm to go to in the wintertime. I'm trying to gain their trust so I can take them down to the SPCA, get their shots, and maybe bring them in for adoption. But it just kills me, the fact that people do that at the end of the day. Oh, he's an animal, he'll survive. How about stick you in the middle of the African rainforest, the Amazon rainforest, and just put you out, he'll be okay, he'll survive. That is freaking wrong. Taco was a stray. When I first got Taco, he didn't trust me for jack. He came in the house, but there's certain things about him he won't eat. Like if I move too fast, he gets skittish and he jumps, stuff like that. So I can tell he's been through some stuff. He was raised as a baby on the street. Took some time for him to finally try. And to this day, he still won't get up in my lap. Most cats will cuddle with you. He doesn't do any of that. Once in a blue moon, he'll come up and he'll rub his face against me. That's as far as he goes. But he's a street cat. He probably went through some mess too on top of that. People leave the dogs out in the middle of the cold. You need to be punched in the face. And you do. You put a leash around your neck and stick you outside in freezing cold. See how you like it. Oh, it's a dog, it's an animal. They can handle it. But Francis, you hear me outside on camera talking about Mr. Francis? That is Mr. Francis. I've been feeding Mr. Francis for about a year. Still doesn't trust me yet. A little bit yesterday, just a little bit. Usually when I come outside, he runs off the porch. But this time he decided to stretch a little bit as he was going off the porch. But sure, he's being a little comfortable. And now I see him out there in the front laying down and stuff. So I'm going to give him a nice little bed area out there so you can sit out there and relax. He actually sits out there with the birds too when they eat, which is pretty cool. Like I told you about the red-tailed hawks that come in. Larry was doing the shooting and the red-tailed hawk was sitting right there perched. Yeah, Mr. Francis. The rest of them, they're cool, but Mr. Francis, I hope I can get his trust. I do not want to leave from here until I can get Mr. Francis' trust. I want him with me. He's the one that's hurt the most. There's another cat that comes up. He is freaking hilarious. Now, he's heavy. I don't know if someone owns him or not, but his attitude is so freaking hilarious. He'll come up, he doesn't eat any of the food, that means somebody's feeding him. But he'll let you scratch him for a little bit. Like, he's friendly, you can scratch him. But after a while, he says, that's enough, human. Leave me alone, I got things to do. And he walks away, he literally takes his paw, moves your hand away from him, because I got things to do, okay? Enough with the scratching, gotta go. I'll let you boop the nose, that's as far as it goes. And he walks away. He comes in once in a blue moon. Very clean, everything, so somebody's definitely taking care of him. But poor Francis, no one's taking care of Francis. So Francis got somebody. Francis is here every day to come eat. Francis should be outside right now. I got to be up early in the morning. So I know Francis is here because Taco and gives off this weird kind of meow. That's how I know Francis is outside. So when I buy my cat food, is he gone? Did he leave or is he still there? Mr. Francis go. There he is. There's Francis. Hey, Francis. Francis does not trust me yet. How you doing, buddy? You doing okay? All right, plenty of food. And I'm going to start working on an area in here for him so he can come up on the porch. So we got this open area there. I want to put in, my buddy's going to come in and weld that little bed. I want to put a post here and a post here. So we can put a nice tarp so the water runs down and he can sit, put a little area right in here for him. Right now he won't trust me yet, but he's getting there. All right, Taco, where you at? Hey, Taco, come on, talk to Francis, because Francis gets lonely up there. And this food right here, this is the water I got to change out every day because the raccoons, which I have 3 raccoons I named, will come out and wash the food in the water. And that's how that gets dirty. And then I feed about over 40, 50 birds and squirrels and just about everything else you could possibly name it. My little animal kingdom. So I have to order more bird feed. All this started off with 1 squirrel that was feeding in COVID. There we go. Is he still out there? There you go, your buddy. All right, go out there and talk to Francis. Francis. Where are... Oh, I had it on my fish.
Only 2 things are forever: love and Liberty Mutual, customizing your car insurance so you can pay for what you need.
Can Stonyfield Organic Yogurt save the world? That's a lot to ask of yogurt. But if it's a really good yogurt, it could save this family from a stale start to the day. Stonyfield Organic. Good on purpose.
All right, I'm going to do a 235.1. I want to see what it looks like across this right here. We get it to know it should be going quite well. There we go. All right, back downstairs. Back there talking to his buddy. It's a black cat that comes up, but she's owned by somebody else, but she got tags on her. Female. Taco's girlfriend. And I keep forgetting to grab my keys to open up the door for air. My goodness, I'll be back. I gotta go get the keys for the door. We got TVs on here the entire time. There. Screw here. Up in there. What? I hate this when this happens. I always lose my keys down here. Some real weird. So upstairs. I know I had it when I came downstairs. I know for a fact. Meow. Hello. Yeah. I was trying to track them with the back. I can't go here. Gotta take the lights out. We don't do enough lights out demonstrations. We do so many online, so lights on. We never do enough with the lights out. And I get people asking me over and over again, like, what with the lights out? Can you do a demonstration with the lights out? There you go. My phone dying, it's dying. Alright, let me go get the charger. Let me see. I'm gonna go ready to charge right now. Man, look at 5 minutes, man. I get downstairs, get that, commercial pops up. Let me see, remote controls. It's that one, alright. Let's see what we got on here. Let me get the charge on here. Get the door open up, get the fan on, so I can start cooking in here. Phone. There we go. Malacca. Sorry about that, people. I don't know my own street. Ah, finally. Rainy day, cool outside. And we got the AC, and we got this AC on. Oh, funny. We got the fan running. Oh, this is just sweet. We'll do some lights out demonstration. We don't do enough of those. I might do some gaming down here too. Okay, you haven't done any gaming on it. It's been for a while. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Adjustments are a little off on my screen. Let's see. All right, and see, over, add, over, and then add, and that was driving me a little crazy because that was off a little bit. This one is off a little bit here. There we go. That's better. Keep some going still. Let's see. And focus is that. That's better. All right, that works. I think we'll go off on that. Now, in this demonstration, mind you, 720p, 1080p, 4,000 lumens, 5,000 lumens, 1080p, 720p. That's a better way of doing it. 720p, 1080p. 4,000 lumens, 5,000 lumens. something different every time we come on camera because I don't like doing the same demonstrations over and over again. So this was the setup we're doing. And you thought I was on camera talking about gibberish. No, we're setting up. You know what I'm excited about here? I'm going to tell you what. The Colossal Surface. Like I said, when we had these things 2 years ago, these things, when we painted them, came out nice. But if you folded them up, they had wrinkles in them, which means they can only be used for outdoor because once the heat hits the screen and the rain, it kind of stiffens it out. But we just had the screen 200 inches folded up in the corner over there. I take it out, stretch it, put it over the frame, and you see there's no wrinkles, no lines in it. The screen we have over here, which is a customized gaming screen, that screen has multiple coats on it to stiffen the surface to make it flat like that. We can make this an inside and outside screen. The only reason why we're going to be designed for outside only, due to the fact that, again, the whole wrinkle system. But we don't have that. I'm looking at them side by side and they look fantastic. And again, we just had the screen folded up in the corner. Man, so now we're going to make the Colossal an indoor screen also. This is going to be fantastic for people who want to do big events and whatever because again, it just proves itself. We had to fold it up and I got to fold it right back up again and stick it in the corner again. I got to get one of these for myself. I have a 250, we need a 200 inch for demonstrations and we need a 180 inch. That right there clears up the possibility of iron or steam in the back of the screen because you don't have to. That is great. We're going to be off, but this one started late. Alright, so let's come back on this one. Yeah, that thing is just super flat. I like that. Alright, I need to go into their collection. That's why we made it initially for outside because again, the wrinkles, you know what I mean? Usually when people are dealing with an outside screen, they're expecting to have some wrinkles in the screen. That thing doesn't have anything in it. All right, we need to go into the selection for this one. I'm going to grab something else real quick out of here. Side by side to a screen that's stretched to be flat and has multiple coats to make the screen super flat. Next to the screen we had folded up in the corner at 200 inches that's draped over the side of a frame. It's not even stretched out. And these screens do have built-in grommets, by the way, those who were asking about the grommets. Alright, this one started with a commercial. Over here, so we gotta wait for this one. Alright. I'm gonna go back in both. My focus is off here on this one. There we go, it's better. Alright. How flat that is. That's fantastic. So we got to go in, we got to do some demonstrations. I got to order me one for myself and for inside. Let me turn my fan off here for a minute. when we did the big screens a couple of years ago, they were marketed for outside only, due to the fact that the screens would basically occur some wrinkles when folding the screens out and actually storing them. But this surface right here doesn't even wrinkle, which is actually fantastic, because that means now we can have it as an indoor and outdoor screen. Because the last thing you want to do when you have an indoor screen at 180 inches is seeing giant wrinkles and lines going back and forth across the screen. You don't want to see that. Outside is acceptable. That's what they accept. Most people see screens outside with lines in them. But man, that is just great. We get some people that get bothered by when I'm on here talking about how excited I am because something is working even better than I thought. And they'd be like, oh, I hate this guy. I'm coming here to see failure. No, it's not going to happen. This would be the most, if I was a NASCAR circuit, this would be the most boring NASCAR. Well, actually, it's not boring with NASCAR, because I watch NASCAR myself. But some people literally are sick. They go there just to watch crashes at the end of the day. You do know there are human beings inside those vehicles, right? But there are literally some people that go to NASCAR just to see a wreck at the end of the day. Not realizing there are people that are inside of these vehicles that have family and friends at the end of the day that would have liked to see them come home from work. Bam, 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 bam. You would never see a wreck in my freaking car from my circuit. Look at this. This is amazing. We're going to mark it as an indoor screen. And I'm getting one. Bam, 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 bam. Where I'm going to put mine at? Hey, I got a 180-inch display right here. I'm going to put it right there. I'm getting myself a 180-inch surface, coat it, and put it right there. I'm even going to build myself. Oh, this is a fantastic time to build an indoor frame for it. So we're going to show you how when we do these screens, the Colossals, because they are big screens, we are going to show you several different ways how to make indoor and outdoor frame for now. Indoor frame is now screen. It's fantastic indoor. I want a 180 inch so bad. I need to order one right now so I can get my whole 180 inch in display. But as I said before, we're going to show you how to build different frames, because people are like, well, how do I build a frame for a 250 inch? It's really not that hard to do. It really isn't. It's really easy to build one. We can actually show you how to make one that actually collapses, that actually folds and collapses in half. So we're going to make some small prototypes of these frames and just give you the measurements. You just basically maximize the size of it. Like, what's the word for it? It's kind of like having a chef cookbook. A chef cookbook is different from the cookbook of a regular cookbook, because a chef cookbook is designed to feed large quantities of people. So whatever you're making, you're just multiplying it by that much. A lot of fractions are involved in that. I hate freaking fractions at the end of the day. I try to pick the one profession that didn't involve math and involved advanced fractions. That worked out well, didn't it? But anyway, yeah. So that's how you do it. You'll have a prototype of how to put it together, but you just basically multiply that by a larger size. That's basically about it. So we're going to make several models of them, inside and outside, for this particular. I think I want to change out another page. I have a couple of pages we're not using on the website, so we're going to make these for the Colossal. And then we'll show you how to go in, design frames, how to put them together, and they'll be really easy to put together. Nothing where you're going to need serious tools to design it, like really cheap tools you can use. I have for building my frames a regular saw and freaking, not the hand saw, but a regular saw and staple gun, boom, that's it. That's in the drill. That's all you need. You don't have to get those, what do you call them? I forgot the name for them. For basically, people get them for baby laying wood against a cut. Just get 2 freaking tables. They're like $50 a pop. What do you want to do? That way you have a table to build on, paint, whatever. I use just 2 of them, foldable tables. Easy to use. That's it. All right, let's grab something else. I'm really surprised over that. Let's grab this one. This is a pretty long demonstration, so this should play for a while. Commercial on that side. Commercial on this side? Which one has the commercial? This one has the commercial. All right. Let's get past this one. No, I want that. All right, get back to the end. Oh, that looks like a car commercial. I lied. I bet you when I hit this, a car commercial pops up. Watch, believe it or not. Oh, it didn't. Ah ha ha! Yes, I fooled myself. Right, so. Yeah. All right, while you guys are watching this, I got the scheduled pickups for today, and I got to go and change some things on the site for the Colossals, because now it's an indoor screen, because it lays perfectly flat, and I had that thing folded up in the corner since yesterday, since we used it yesterday outside. You guys enjoy. I got some work to do upstairs. Hopefully, we don't get a commercial in here and ruins the whole entire synchronized. That's why I love when people sit there and say, oh, 720p projectors don't work your time. Well, on our end, we can make a 720p look like a 1080p. Easily. Whoa! Hey, that's okay. we have another one. Let's see.
At Petco, shopping for your pet is easy.
Let's put this on here. This is a pretty good one. Just gonna have time to update my site. Enjoy! Enjoy! What did I miss? Somebody told me the guy who shoots these videos does some crazy stuff at the end of the day. I'm just popping through, just a neighbor just coming through real quick. Well, this is actually amazing. Interesting. This is all black screens right here, really? At the end of the day, this is absolutely insane. It's me, I came through the back door. Thought I'd have a little fun. I didn't see him come down the stairs. Where did he come from? Magic. Oh, this is magic. It's an illusion of your imagination. Just messing with your mom. I'm just having some fun. You can't have fun with your technology. What's the point? Now, those who've been begging me, asking me to do lights out demonstration, here you go. Those who are saying, what's the difference between 720p and 1080p? Here you go. Look at the black technology. Isn't it absolutely insane? You guys can't keep up with our great technology. What makes you think you're going to go against these monsters? Absolute monsters! Go back upstairs. Woo! Tell you something. First things first,
Windshield?
I have to say this. For people who just placed orders a few minutes ago, thank you so much. Love you so much.
And lane departure warning work properly. Don't wait, schedule now.
Safe like repair, safe
I
like
love my
replace.
customers. My customers are freaking awesome. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just right here. Okay, we got one other thing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it so much. I appreciate the love. I really do. Thank you so much. And guess what? He's still hitting PayPal up. PayPal just contacted us again. They've already explained to them several times. It's already done, man. It's going to be on its way. They've asked us for tracking numbers. We gave you tracking numbers. You got them. It's coming. Again, we already contacted PayPal and explained to them, if you don't want the package, just deny it. Send it back. That's all you have to do. My address is right on it. Just send it back to me. That's all. Simple and plain. But you going there and bugging them is not going to help you at all, period. Just send it back. That's all you got to do. All right, now let's get back to the customers. Thank you so much for the support. I love you so much. I really do. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Where do you want to go next on the dual screens? Let's do, well, we should do a Starfield on one, and we should do a whatchamacallit on the other one. I got an update. Right now, I'm updating this screen right here for inside use. I'm getting one for myself. I was wondering what to put it, because we got a heavy stucco wall here. Don't get me wrong, I like displaying on stucco, but then again, it has its moments. Like on white levels, you can see the grittiness, so I don't want to see that. I want to see this at 180 inch right here. So I'm going to build myself a customized giant frame. I'm going to bring me in a short throw projector or ultra short throw. Doesn't make a difference. We can get 180 inch on an ultra short throw. Can we do that? Is that possible? Will we try? I think we're going to do 180 on a... We're going to do it. Why not? Why not? And see what happens. 180 inch on a $200 projector. I'm definitely going to do this. Yes, I'm getting excited thinking about it. All right, let's do something cool in here. I had to go upstairs and finish the rest of the work. Thank you so much. I also thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for always blessing us with amazing customers and for our orders. Because I told you at the end of the day, my orders, everything I have comes from Jesus. It all comes from Jesus. And I thank everybody for that. I thank you all so much for supporting my company. Really appreciate that. All right, let's go in here and let's grab something else. That's going to be a fast demonstration. Let's get something with some scenery. We don't do enough scenery. We don't do enough scenery. Let me see. 8K, wrong. I want that one right there. Cancel. 8K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Well, was not looking for that. Let me see. Asia, the ultimate tour in 8K.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, is it here? Yes, right there. It's right there. Right there. Perfect. All right, we want these.
COVID-19. Some people get it, and some people can get it bad. And for those who do get it bad,
Commercial there. Change back. Oh, this is going to be a long one. I can tell by the little. Oh, it's so beautiful. All right, let's hit this one right here. Bam. All right. Too loud for you? All right, y'all enjoy. I'm going to go upstairs and get these rest of these orders taken care of. Thank you. All right. Hold on. Hold on, let me help you with this side. We're going to come back in later on. We're going to do a side-by-side, because a lot of you guys have been asking me, ladies and gentlemen, asking me, we're doing lights out. So we're going to do some more lights out, 720p versus 1080p demonstrations. I need the phone. I got to make a bunch of phone calls real quick. And I definitely got to get down there and contact the post office so we can get these orders out the door, get everything set up so you guys are taken care of. So we'll be back on later on. We're going to do some more of this back and forth, 720p versus 1080p. Mind you, both projectors in the demonstrations, I'll post them below. Oh, we got the synchronizing commercials too on top of this. Different commercials, same thing, interesting. And these projectors we use here are around $270. But we'll do like different swap outs, because we got plenty of projectors over there to play with. We'll do different swap outs. You can see that, you know, we're going to get the same reaction. We'll do a Sony versus a Christie, or a Christie versus a BenQ, or BenQ versus ViewSonic. We're doing back and forth. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. We're going to be back on to do more of these today. I just got to get some orders, contact some customers, and get some things taken care of so everybody's good to go. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.